One time in history, there were siblings who were 1 and 2. And who were those siblings? Serena and Venus. That's right. And guess what? Venus was 1 and Serena was 2. And then Serena was 2 and Venus was 1. They switched up, right? All right, so Serena, and I saw it for myself. Never happened. I was driving downtown Atlanta, and they had it up on the big sign right there in Atlanta. They had the girls' names up, 1 and 2. But when Serena won, somebody asked her, how are you number 1 and your sister number 2? What's the secret? They were looking for her to say something real deep, right? And she said what? What was her comment? Why she was number 1 and her sister was number 2? Somebody just take a guess why you felt like what she said. Like, what was her number 1 answer? Because she was better. Nope, close, but that's not what she said. She said she had a better attitude. She definitely had an attitude. When those girls do their thing, like, bruh. Like, remember before Venus and Serena came in, tennis was a sport of finesse. So they, little skirts on. When Serena and Venus came in, they were just like, bah, they got a power game, right? But that's not what they said. What did they say? I'm going to tell you. When they asked her, why are you number 1 and your sister number 2? She said, because when we were little kids, my daddy told us we were going to be number 1 and number 2. I want you to hear what I'm saying before I move any further. She said the reason why we're number 1 is because my daddy told me we were going to be number 1 and number 2. Right? Serena's not doing it. There was a time when Serena and Venus weren't really doing that good in tennis anymore. And people were wondering, like, what was going on? Somebody tell me why they stopped doing good in tennis. The dad. What happened to the dad? No, their dad didn't die, but the mom and dad got a divorce. Right? And when Venus and Serena used to play and they used to do their thing, they were key. When she was a spike 5, she would always look to the side at Daddy. And Daddy was always right there, center court, with his camera, taking pictures. Miles was there, but Miles was in the back chilling with the other families. Miles wasn't never really doing nothing, but just sitting there chilling, looking good. But Dad was always there. When they would make a mistake, Dad was like, I told you to. And they got a divorce. Mom still kept coming, but Dad didn't come no more. You start seeing their games go down. Then their sister got shot and killed. Everything changed. But guess what? Recently, they started winning again. And the reason why they started winning again, because somebody came back to center court. Daddy came back to center court. Right? And when Daddy came back, it's just something about Daddy's presence that made those girls feel comfortable with the game. All right? So this is what I want to talk to you guys about. You got to catch this before you leave. This is important because I'm going to say another name. And this person was number 1 in his sport, and then he fell off for a while. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was number 1. Then Tiger Woods fell off. Somebody tell me what happened with Tiger Woods and why he fell off.
His dad died.
His dad died. His dad died. When Tiger used to do his thing, Tiger 2 used to look grown man, number 1 in the world. But every time Tiger would do something, the crowd go, ah. Tiger look at the whole dude like,
That's right.
Tiger like, ah. Then Tiger's dad died. He lost his father. And what happened to Tiger Woods' game? Tiger game was terrible, right? Because he was mourning what? His father's death. And so he would look on the side, and guess what? When he would look to the side, Dad wasn't there. And Tiger was missing the presence of his father. I'm telling you, everything we need to be successful in life is supposed to come from Daddy. And when Daddy's not there to tell you, I'm proud of you, I believe in you, get back up, son, you can do it, it's not the same. And that's what happened to me. I found out at 12 years old. 12 years old. I kind of knew it, right? My mom got pregnant when I was 17. When she was 17 years old, she got pregnant with me. She got kicked out. My grandma kicked her out, right? My grandma had 16 kids, right? When you got 16 kids, you can't feed another. So when my mom got pregnant, my grandma kicked her out on the streets. Grandma was like, look, baby, I ain't mad at you, but I can't feed another mouth. So Mom's got kicked out. Mom was in her senior year in high school when she graduated, pregnant, didn't get to march. Because it's different. Back in the day, you were pregnant. It's in the 70s. You weren't graduating with the pregnancy thing. It's a new generation now. But back in the day, if you were pregnant, you couldn't march across stage, right? So they gave my mom her degree, in the back room somewhere. But she was pregnant, couldn't get it, and that hurt my mom, right? And so what my mom did was, my mom met somebody in Detroit, got married, moved from Chicago, and she kept that a secret. So Mom didn't, that was like, she was embarrassed by that for whatever reason. So when she got married, Mom was like, I've always been married, right? My father, who was not my biological father, but who raised me, at 6, changed my birth certificate and they gave me the last name Thomas. I'm not a Thomas, I'm a Monday. But they switched everything up, so I didn't know. So going through life, I knew something was wrong. It's like on Christmas, I got 3 Christmas gifts from 3 different grandmothers. You know what I'm saying? I was the only one on the block with 3 grandmothers. You know what I'm saying? I was loving it, but I was like, something wrong with the 3 grandma thing here. That's your mama, that's your mama. But I can't find a mama for this one right here, for this grandma. Like, where did this grandma come from? Right? And as I got older, I had some sisters who didn't like my mother because she was successful, and they used to put stuff in my ear. They wouldn't say it, but they say, man, something's going on, you need to know about it. They would never say that ain't your real daddy, but they just say stuff like, why your daddy so tall and you so short? Like my father who raised me 6'8", wear like a 20 shoe, right? My sister's tall. They like, y'all, you and your sister don't look nothing alike. How many of you got siblings and none of y'all had the same, y'all don't have the same mom and dad? Raise your hand. You got some siblings and you brothers and sisters and y'all don't have the same. Okay, you feel me then. I got 5 brothers and sisters. I don't know them because we didn't grow up together, but none of us had the same mother and father. I don't have any siblings, sisters or brothers. None of us had the same parents, right? So this is why this is important, because my father was supposed to be there to tell me, and my father who raised me, when I found out he wasn't my father at 12, I was like, I ain't got to listen to you. You ain't my blood. Somebody, you know what I'm talking about, right? Boy, go downstairs and whip your butt. I used to just like, look, as tall as he was, we used to get into it. I'm like, you can't whip me. You ain't my daddy. I lost total respect for him because I'm like, you ain't my blood. You can't tell me what to do. Now I look back and I realize I messed up because I should have had some respect for a person who was trying to be there for me. But I left home, man. 13, 14, I started running away from home. And at 16, I left for the last time.